To call Tokino Sora influential is probably an understatement. She's the longest-running Hololive VTuber, having just celebrated her 6th anniversary on September 7, 2023. She's the progenitrix of an agency with 84 active talents at the time of recording, and undoubtedly more to come in the future. But she didn't rise from 13 initial viewers on that September evening 6 years ago to over 1.1 million subscribers, 154 million views, and the unshaking respect of everyone who works with her by simply resting on her laurels. No, she got this far because she's talented, hardworking, and open to trying new things. She's had her ups and downs, her struggles and her triumphs, and even a miracle or two along the way, but now she stands as the symbol of one of the biggest VTuber agencies in the world, beloved by people everywhere. This is going to be the start of a series called Virtual Discog, in which I go through the discography of various Hololive production members, giving my thoughts and pointing out some fun little musical quirks. For a series like this, I figured there's no better place to start than at the very beginning. Fortunately for me, Sora has given me plenty to work with. I won't go fully in-depth like I did with my Left 4 Dead Lullaby video because that would take a while. Also, I'm not really going to cover lyrics for the JP members since I don't speak Japanese, and translating what lyrics are out there feels like it kinda does a disservice to the original, seeing as machine translations are, interesting. For today, I'm going to be going over all of her solo original work, so no covers, including Replay, the cover album she put out in 2021, and no collaboration projects unless they're part of a solo record. So no Soras, none of those compilation albums that were a big part of the JP VTuber scene in 2019, and none of the Hololive ensemble songs. Those will get their own dedicated video in due time. If you want my Sora cover recommendations, I definitely recommend Alien Alien, the live version of Taioke Disco, and of course, King. I'm also not going to include the old Sora songs. This was a short-lived initiative in 2018 where Sora's fans would write songs and submit them. If she liked them, she would sing them and produce a little music video. They technically came out before any full records, but there were only 6 of them, 2 of which ended up being on official records anyway. 3 of them were less than a minute 35, and 1 of them ended up being a theme song of some type for her channel. Also, I'm definitely going to have more to say about some songs than others, and not every song is going to get a full-length dissertation. With that all out of the way, let's get started. The first part of Sora's discography was released on March 27, 2019. Dreaming is a great first album. It opens on the rather appropriately titled This is a fun song. It makes these little changes in the feel to keep you on your toes. It'll go from this driving J-pop sound to a 6/8 triplet figure that just catches your ear. This song honestly wouldn't sound out of place as the opening of a free gacha mobile game. I mean, all the hallmarks are there. The driving guitars, the airy synths, a piano player just absolutely going to town on the instrumental break. Overall, I like it. Nice song. Kotobakaze, which apparently translates to... I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's incorrect. More likely, this probably means something like language of the wind or wind of words. I don't know. If you speak Japanese, let me know in the comment section. Back to the song though. This is a fun tune. I'm a sucker for music like this. I just have this urge to bob my head whenever I listen to it, or end up looking like that scene in Spider-Man 3. Just everything works about this song. The mix, the tight harmony, and the background vocals, the chord progressions, it all just works. feel like the tonal shift here is almost too wild. Like, Korobakaze was driving, poppy, groovy. This just feels like I woke up on the set of a children's program. The song is fine. I mean, it doesn't overstay its welcome, just not really my cup of tea. Oh boy, where do I begin? The mix feels all over the place, the snare is super echoey and wet and off-sounding. The song form doesn't feel consistent. Look, I try to keep it positive here, but I'll be honest, this just feels disjointed. Would that be the right word? I'll give it props for trying something different, I guess. I always hesitate to call any song bad, since I know that a lot of effort goes into making music, even music you don't like. Look, if it works for you, it works for you. Back on the tonal whiplash train we go. Now you could have told me that this song was written for an artist like Lisa or Air Aoi, and I definitely would believe you. It has that second or third season anime opening energy to it. It's got a solid hook, a great drum groove, and Sora's vocals here are just amazing. I like that this isn't afraid to leave its home key for one note just to add a little bit of an ear catch. It's also pretty unique for a pop song like this to have a royal fanfare trumpet line. I like the vibes on this one. Good vibes only. This is cute. I'm just gonna be real. There's nothing particularly stand out here, but it's just nice to listen to. I mean, how could you listen to this bridge and not smile a little? I also find that I really like this mid-range of Sora's voice. Her high range is incredible, don't get me wrong, but there's a certain charm to this particular register of her voice. This one took me a few listens before I came around to it. The groove is fun, the melody is nice. Much like Miren Record, it doesn't do anything too crazy, but what it does do, it does well. Where there are some anime opening type songs on this record, this is definitely the end theme. Just a sweet little ballad. The vocal harmony in the chorus is gorgeous, and Sora's voice sounds sweeter on here than some of the other songs. This honestly might be my favorite song on the whole record. I really like the aesthetic that this song seems to be going for. Not quite fully synth pop, but definitely leaning in that direction. The vocal harmony in the chorus is really sweet sounding as well. Notice that's something of a common theme on this album. Another song that sounds good but doesn't really stand out. Still a good listen though. Okay, I admit I'm a sap for a good love song. This song does one of my favorite little musical tricks. It goes from its major 4 to the minor 4 before dropping back to the root chord. This is one of the Sora songs that ended up making it into Sora's discography, and honestly I can see why she liked it so much. It's light, bouncy, has really good harmony in the chorus. Another head bobber for sure. The other of our two Sora songs. This one's a little more energetic than its predecessor, and I think that works to its benefit. It's another great tune that I can easily understand why Sora liked it so much. I do feel like she stretched herself just a little too much on some of the high notes in the chorus though. This one gets in because there is an accessible version of it. This originally was a CD exclusive, and I honestly can't say I was expecting this. Having A-chan as a feature on here just confirms one thing for me. We need an A-chan original. Come on, people, who's with me on this? So with that, album number 1 is in the books. Especially for a first showing, this is a good album. It's got its rough points here and there, and some of the mixing doesn't quite sound right in some places, but overall it's a solid record. I'll bet you anybody can find at least one song on here that they like. Next is Sora's first EP, My Loving, released on March 4th, 2020. 6 songs on this one, so let's jump into the opener. Man, we're starting off strong with this one. The phrase I keep coming back to here is controlled chaos. The tight vocal harmonies are back to grace our ears as well. I noticed that Sora's voice sounds a little more refined on this EP, which definitely makes sense considering the year gap between releases, during which time she undoubtedly had plenty of time to work on her singing. This is a song that just knows how to move its harmonies around. I mean, I feel like I could sit here and explain it until I'm blue in the face, but I think it's better to just let the song speak for itself. This is a good ballad. It doesn't really tick any extra boxes for me, but again, I keep coming back to how good Sora's voice sounds on this. I'm getting a lot of good but not fantastic vibes off this EP so far. Hopefully the next song will change that feeling. Says he won't talk about collaborations. Look inside video. Talk about collaborations. Okay, but 1, it's on the record, which was my 1 stipulation, and 2, even if it wasn't, this song is an absolute banger. Who am I to deny this amazing song to the masses? That vocal harmony that I've praised seemingly a dozen times so far is back, this time with Azuki's powerhouse vocals added in. I just feel like a broken record at this point. More amazing vocal harmony. Jeez, I need better material. Alright, how about this inclusion of the major 3 to liven up the chorus? Yeah, that's the stuff. What a fun tune. This is a fun, uplifting tune to close out the EP. Sora really shows off her incredible range as she effortlessly nails that upper register. So what to make of My Loving? It certainly has its high points. I think I would rate it slightly higher than Dreaming, since personally I felt the lulls in the music weren't as pronounced. But it's difficult to judge since My Loving has 6 songs and Dreaming had 15. On to October 21st, 2020. Sora's just released her second album, On Stage, and there are 8 tracks on this one, starting with Step and Go. I wasn't sold on this one initially until it got to the chorus. Once that first everyday hits, oh god, my ears just melt. It's such a good sequence. Yes, I'm trying desperately to avoid repeating myself. Why do you ask? This is a bit cheesy for sure, but I think that might be why I like it so much. It's about as deep as a puddle, but it can be fun to play in a puddle from time to time. This might be my favorite song on the album purely based on the vibes. It has all the charm of a 50s surf rock tune in a modern package, plus a chorus that proves that sometimes simple is better. If you don't groove to this song, I'm gonna assume you're dead in your chair, which, in that case, you might want to get that checked out. Sora's energy really shines through on this one. I'm honestly torn between this and Rhea Ramo as to which is the better vocal performance. This song is very high energy. I like that it's not afraid to mess with its rhythm. Ultimately, though, I think it's a little too much for me. Still, I gotta give props to the production team for making this sound as cohesive as it does. Hilarious that right off the heels of a song that I just said didn't work for me because of how high energy it is, comes a song that I love because of how high energy it is. I really can't put my finger on why Guru Guru works for me and Sora Matsuri doesn't. Oh well, I guess we can't all be perfectly reasonable. Can I just say, this song fits Miko's energy perfectly. Maybe my overstimulation is just hitting me in waves on this record because this song caused a bit of an overload for me too. That said, fun song, cute song, definitely like it. Overall, I think this song is solid. Feels like a proper closing to a great record. So that's On Stage. I really like this album. Sora's vocals feel stronger, the mix is better, and it feels like a more complete work overall. There's a gap between major releases filled only by a few singles and Replay, the cover album I mentioned earlier. So let's get into the singles. First up is Kumo Hooray, which is interesting. It's a solid song, don't get me wrong, just not my personal cup of tea. I'm sure there's somebody out there who will get enjoyment out of it. The B-side to Kuma Hooray is Tokino Sora. I really like Sora's vocals on this song. Whereas Kuma Hooray was the really energetic opening, this feels like the nice calming ending. Perfect for a double-side single.
そのつぶらな瞳ずるでしょうね一度の大事な記念日の君と一緒だよさあハッピーミャッセ
Cheesy? Absolutely. Cute as all hell and incredibly fun? Absolutely. Honestly, not really much more I can add.
いつも通りが好きだって笑いながらいつも通り隣で寝転んでいたいのもふもふパーティーは始まったばかりだよ君とのハッピーバースデー私待ってるよ待ってるよ待ってるよ待ってるよ
Man, Sora's voice just continues to impress me. Her upper register sounds more solid than it has in the previous records. I think that's going to be a good sign going forward.
私待ってるよ待ってるよ待ってるよこの広い空であの日から君がここへたどり着くのを今立ってるよ立ってるよ立ってるよ夢の方めがけてきっとどうか届いて
Sora celebrated her 5th anniversary with a big announcement, the release of her 3rd original album, Sign, and her 4th overall including Replay. 12 songs to go over here, so let's get into it.
こんなに叶えたいんだ強く願って願うだけ夢になったそうだからしっかりフィットして守れる私頑張るよ頑張るからねよっしゃゲラスタンドラノコーパ
So remember how in the last entry I talked about Sora's high register sounding better than ever? Well, that trend continues here with Pitos de Marmalade. This song is just great. The mix, the melody, Sora's killer voice, especially here at the end. Man, I love this song. Sora absolutely nails it. I love the change from the pop feel to this triplet section near the first chorus.
夜明けが星座を追い越した時流れる星が光った一つだけ願うのなら夢が叶う瞬間そばにいてくれますか見に行こうハッピーエンドのファンファレキラキラの未来へ星に負けない光の
I feel like this song is pretty quintessential Sora. Like if you were to mush all of her songs into a sort of aggregate, I'd imagine it would come out sounding something like this. Very enjoyable.
最高一面をうまくいかない今日だって即興で歌う明日の教科書密に閉じたらなんだってやれそうな落書きの中に立てた想いを君とこうして交わし合えたなんて嘘みたいだな
This song is just comfy. I really don't know how to put it into words. I just seem to rock side to side as I listen to it.
して飛び立ってくんだよ空を飛んでゆこう飛んでゆこう色づいてく夢ほら道すがら青を混ぜてみよう混ぜてみよう少し大きくなったね空は青い色青い色少し経ったらすぐに明るいよ
Absolute banger. I love the energy of this song. The contrast between the driving beat in the verses and the offbeat shuffle in the chorus is just mwah, chef's kiss.
酸素は合う群衆と了解の字を合う空の空に落ちて小数の際に隠れた僕を笑ってくれよ暗い闇に落ちて何々に嘆いた君に何を送ろうこの心臓だって僕は知れ動いちゃいないファイナルルルなんて大層な期待しない答えはないのが答えなのはわかるじゃ何か
I really dig the chaotic energy of this song. Nothing is overpowering, but at the same time, nothing is dull either. It's not afraid to do something unconventional for a few bars just to mix it up.
君と遊びたいたいだけなの揺れる心ラビリンス君を泣かせたいたいだけなの思考なんて気にしないのどっちでしょうかドキドキしてる素直じゃないから君にはもうさ
I really appreciate the willingness to go from the electric synths in the first verse to a more realistic instrumental sound in the second verse. This is a fun tune. I feel like I say that a lot with Sora's music.
トリカルサーフィンサーフィンこちらに来て来て水も黒いもいただきますサーフィンサーフィンテトテトテテ夢中夢中夢中で踊ってやったしました再起動始まっちゃって世界線を突破しちゃって一個一かけのときめきはよ
One of my favorite things about well-produced music is when it perfectly knows when to mix up the formula it's established. For this song, it's the change of key right before the final chorus, which lets Sora's high register steal the show for a few seconds. 'This is a really solid ballad. The song is in 4, but time almost seems to be floaty. This is because the beats aren't accented evenly. Don't believe me? You can count along. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Fun little trick.
切
Electro swing is just one of those genres I can't get enough of. Sora, as usual, nails it. I mean, singing at this speed is pretty difficult. Add in the leaps that she's doing, and that makes this vocal performance all the more impressive. I know I said I wouldn't touch on lyrics here, but I love the inclusion of... That's such a cute little debut reference. This song is so uplifting. Knowing that Sora is singing about being motivated to continue with the support of her fans always puts a smile on my face. I suppose that's why it's my favorite song on the album. While Sora no Toki is my favorite song overall, I think Polaris Solaris has to be my favorite vocal performance on the album. If you'll allow me to return to All Reliable, I want to praise the vocal harmonies here again. Yeah, I know, broken records and all that. Sign is a clear step up from previous projects. You can almost track Hololive's rise in quality by simply listening to Sora's music improve over time. Sora Tomo the world over got an incredible anniversary gift with this. Finally, we'll cover Beyond, a 4-song EP released on February 22nd, 2023. Going through the research for this video really let me hear just how much Sora has improved over the years. You can hear the maturity and the strength in her voice grow from project to project, and I think this song is a perfect example. It might be my favorite vocal performance of hers. Something about Sora's voice is really well suited to slower music like this. It just sat so perfectly within the arrangement. Man, this song is a trip in like the best way possible. I like to imagine Sora had a hard time not dancing in the booth as she was recording this.
せいでしょずっとみんなに届けたい歌もダンスも元気もきっと同じ空の下笑顔も分け合えんのよちょっと疲れちゃう時も涙枯れそうな時
A fitting end to a fantastic EP. The change in the instrumentation as the song progresses keeps your ears' attention, and Sora nails her vocals as usual.
最高で踊って飛び込む新しいページ未来は眩しくて真っ白で君の色を待ってる信じてみてもいいんだよ描いて
Beyond is an amazing EP. I think it might be her best project to date. I'm excited to see what she'll put out in the future. And with that, we've completed the discography of Tokino Sora. But before we wrap up, I'm gonna contradict myself. I said I wouldn't really touch on the Sora songs that weren't on any of the main projects. Well, I want to give one of them its due. I mentioned before that there were 6 Sora songs in total. 3 were short 90-second pieces, and 2 of them became songs on Dreaming. But one of them to me stands out. Anohi Mita Sora. It was never included on any of the other projects, and in fact, near as I can tell, Sora's music video and the video that the original composer posted are the only evidence of this song's existence. Which I feel is kinda sad. This song is beautiful, and seemingly nothing came of it. Sure, Sora's version of it currently sits at over 250,000 views, but I still can't help but feel like it's incredibly underrated. A hidden gem that was just lost to the tide of history. It gets a comment once a month or so, mostly in English, surprisingly. It's a stunning song, telling of Sora's ambition, chasing a sky so far away that it seemed endless. The chorus soars as Sora finally finds the courage to spread her wings. From now on, I'll be able to fly to the sky that I've always dreamed of.
ふわりこの翼はためかせて私これからは飛んでいけるよ思い描いていたあの空へお願いこのまま私を飛ばさせて
I wonder if the girl recording in that booth back in 2018 had any clue just how far this journey would take her, how many friends she would make along the way, how many lives she would touch. When the video was uploaded on June 1st, it was just Sora and Roboco. That night, Aki and Fubuki would make their debuts. Then the rest of Generation 1, Miko, Generation 2, Azuki, and so many more would follow. I don't think Sora could have predicted the highs, the lows, the growth, the controversy, the roller coaster journey that would mark her company's rise to the top of a fledgling industry. And I don't think Artemis, the original composer of the song, could have either. And yet they somehow managed to write a song that almost felt prescient.
私は止まらないよ羽が消えてなくなるまでふわりみんなからもらった気持ち翼に変わって飛んでいるんだいつか描いていたあの空
We can all see you now, Sora. And we're all so proud of you.